Y'all can't block me from the sun. I'm gonna just let y'all know that right now. And when it comes down to it, back to natural law, y'all might think y'all laws and regulations why y'all make these pages, right? These rules, nations, and y'all try to block truth. Made a whole website. He's speaking and no one's looking at this video is changing consciousness. All I have to do is ground and speak. That's the thing. I've been shut up twice now, just trying to say I saw through a fucking wall the last solar eclipse in 2017. So everything that comes off my page, I've been talking about the 7 year tribulation. This is the 7 year tribulation. And it marks the 7 April 1st on April Fools, which is during the time uh I think the crucifixion and all that shit was going on, right? Kind of around my court date too, ironically, because it's kind of like some King David shit. Well, it is some King David shit. This thing that's gonna happen though, it's gonna be an eye weapon, a beam that hit. I seen the beam. It was red though. To make sense of the frequency because of the level it was entering, it was hitting, it was starting the planet, activating the root. And as it went around the 360, it started to rise in frequency. So say as it goes around the 360 or around the circle, suppose, when a circle is really symbolism of light, the magnetic field, your aura. It represents the aura. The geometrical shapes creates that aura. Once they start figuring the shit out within each other and starting to come together. Okay? That come together, now it starts to create light. That also your cells. Right, cellular subdivision. The more, and when you're attacking the cells, you're attacking the frequency of that person, of that being. So the main point everybody been saying, keep your frequency. That's it. And your fear can also love. Like it deals. So mentally you have to remove that. Physically you have to be in fast because this body's need. It's supposed to be able to take in these frequencies. But when you have so much junk that's blocking aid, that causes sicknesses, muscle spasms, and goes around the 360, so to say, is is going higher, really every day. But making estimates is 4 phases a year for each dimension on a physical state. And I'm gonna keep saying what I'm saying. It's legit. And just look around. If it's not making sense yet, then you haven't been looking around to see what's going on. Everything is matching. But March isn't over yet. But anything that's close to January, because at the days from that date, so even when the sun really kind of, that's when the solar eclipse is actually kind of set on New Year's. Because when you subtract that 9 days, it's going to be that day going into that night, which is the new age, which is a religion. the hex being tied to January. But if you were to say 2023 was over, it's because that's when the Mandela effect happening, when everyone was saying a Mandela effect was happening. I've been telling y'all on this channel when that shit was gonna happen. Like them little shorts that just seem so boring, would listen to those. Like I've been posting funny videos or taking remixing other videos because they allow you to do so. It's not like I'm screen recording. If anything, it promotes that channel also because that's where they're gonna get the original video from. But like I've been doing that just for a test, and I've been getting more views off of that. So it'll be like niggas rather watch some other shit than actually listen to what someone's saying. Right? Like if I had 50,000 views on my shit, which I could pay for actually get, then it would make it seem like 50,000 people is looking at me. But since I got that 50,000 on my shit, you gonna take me seriously. You feel me? Niggas is paying for promotion, which actually helps you get more gains and shit. It's really the fastest way to do it on TikTok too. But if you don't do that, then you just see how you get your gains naturally. Like my subscribers came from me and people's comments or me copy and pasting my video or some shit somewhere or somebody just promoted on YouTube or different channels. Like I promoted on Instagram and shit. My Instagram got locked out. Cause I was trying to say B113 stands for energy cycle. And that's when Gematria was on some other shit. Like it had list out a code. It was like the Back in the Future book for me. And intuition was the only way you can find the answers. If your intuition was actually 100, it's the only way you can really find the answers. The gematria they got right now, it seems like it's more of the numerology thing. You just type in something and you can match the numbers up like that. But with gematria used to be, and you used to type in something in, those same numbers would pop up. But then there'd be other things that relate to it. So it's like a message you have to put together type shit. I don't be seeing that no more. Yeah, last solar eclipse, a beam hit me, and I shifted, saw through a wall when I got scared and mad, and I was able to see my nigga's girlfriend on the other side of the door, putting in the key, turning it. This all happened on a total eclipse. I've been saying this for like 2 years, and it's on my YouTube channel already. It's under the snake video, talking about the Kundalini, because I always wanted to see what the fuck, like a superhero, understand their powers before they really start activating it. You feel me? So it's like I understand now that the snake is not blind, but it sees with infrared light, just like a sound and a vibration, and off the frequency they see. Why do you think when someone's messing with a snake or like in India or something, they start to play the flute, it's going off the frequency, get the dancing. That's representing the kundalini in your spine, that energy, how it floats. Because really, what makes people dance and shit like that, it be that. So really, dancing is a chi workout if you were actually trying to focus with your energy on working on your martial arts type shit. But your dancing is martial arts. Like when you start acting that way. Just like how I know we're enders, firebenders, and you become avatar types and elements. You feel me? Someone who could channel all elements. So say say uh, your pineal, it represents some of the pit organ because they transmute energy using their third eye type shit. When they doing that, that's how they go off niggas. Like in red the most, like you scared and fear, they gonna see that. Really, the body already pops up as red as like a heat sensor, but it deals with other colors and shit. And pretty much that's kind of like what happened to me. That's how I know snakes. Uh, Actually, and when I was representing the pineal, was representing how it transmute infrared light through its eye, through its pineal gland. It's kind of like when you got blind by the light, you was still able to see. Kind of like Neo and shit. When he got blinded, I think in the third movie, he got blinded, and he was still when he started to still believe in the shit that he was learning, he was able to see again, type shit. And he was able to continue his mission. He was peeping his energy. It was all showing you through all the matrices, or through all the matrix, is how to get back to yourself. Even from the food they was eating like I think grits or something, but they was eating wheats. But it brought it back to carbohydrates. At least it was trying to say. Gave them the energy and helped them with their thinking and shit. Like Mouse was explaining to them and shit. So me knowing this shit happened 2017, this shit lines up to 2023, even with the stocks and some more shit, just energy, because that deals with Delta too. If you look up Delta in business, it kind of open your eye to it, especially if you know more about it. It would definitely open your eye to it. Why they mess with these word plays, because it's all code. Your DNA is a code. So as they're going through this cycle, they're going to be speaking in code. But the code they're speaking in is talking about your cycle at the end of the day, just letting you know where we at. So when they speaking in code, they're really just letting you know where they at. The whole timeline and the map and all that extra shit is just so they can measure where they're at. That was the whole point of it. Other than that, it's just a measurement of energy cycles and frequencies and shit. Okay? And there's different alignments that we feel more when they're trying to manipulate that shit already, but the grid's breaking down. So this hex, the energy, the hexagonal energy is settling, right? And when that's settled, that's pretty much activating. That's pretty much like in the inside of it, it activates like Star of David type shit, the real. And then while it's dealing with a total energy, that's dealing with the ninth. That's dealing from below in the seas and under. Nigga, that beam is gonna hit somewhere. It's gonna go, but then there's gonna be some beams just activating. Like it's the activation of light. It's gonna activate that light code, cause whatever beam that hit me it was a light activator to my light code that showed me some shit I didn't think I could do. You feel me? And I only lasted about like 5 to 9 seconds. For real, for real. So it's like as I'm feeling the vibrations of my nigga up the stairs coming around, I could feel it because we on the third floor story. So that's when I